Yo, what's going on YouTube? This is your boy Kamen Zero Spike back again once again. And today, people, today we're here for Kamen Gotchard episode 6. Now, this episode is primarily a Kurogane Spanner episode, and in this episode we deal with one of, well, not really an enemy of his, but someone who has a major vendetta against him. And we see that he's kind of showing up everybody in this episode too, especially how he shows up Ichinose later on in this episode, which is actually pretty funny and very disrespectful. And the way I see it is very disrespectful. But in this episode, we see that the sisters are carrying out their plan of going around and creating more amalgams for their master. We see that one of the sisters is getting ready to basically turn this woman into a amalgam by using this Kimi called the burning Kimi. Well, it was burning jalapeno Kimi, and she was about to take this woman's, basically about to turn her into amalgam by using this Kimi, but also going off of, you know, how this woman had, you know, broke up with her boyfriend and he lied to her and stuff like that, so she hates him, so she's trying to feed off that malice to turn her into a amalgam. But that's when Kurogane comes in and he stops, he captures the Kimi from getting her, and he ends up knocking the sister out of the window, and he tells the woman that vengeance isn't a virtue, live and move on, and he just walks out. And we almost potentially got amalgam, but hey, he stopped it. He did his job. So, but we see that in this episode, the main villain of this episode is a dude named Bolt, who has a huge like vendetta against Kurogane because this guy, like, in their exam that they took together, Kurogane showed him up. He defeated him, and now Kurogane ended up becoming a top rank alchemist, and this guy ended up losing everything. So right now he is the main villain. He becomes the amalgam of this episode. He uses the Hawk's Star, which is really cool, the Hawk's Star Kimi, to become this Hawk amalgam. And throughout the episode, we see he's trying to fight Kurogane, but Kurogane doesn't know him at all. Like, he doesn't know this dude, he doesn't respect this guy or anything like that, doesn't even know who this guy is, and he's just doing his job. Essentially, he's doing his job. He's not going after this, he's not like going after this guy or anything like that. But in this episode, we also saw that Ichinose was cooking. He made some food for his friend, and we see that Kurogane comes into his their restaurant and stuff, and we see Ichinose feeds him some food, and Kurogane tells him that it's freaking disgusting, you are truly untalented. And I'm like, God dang, how you let a man come into your house / restaurant and tell you that your food sucks? So Kurogane ends up going into the kitchen, making a meal, and it's better than what Ichinose made, and everyone likes it. And he tells him, like, yeah, man, you suck. How you let a man come in your house / restaurant and then tell you that your food sucks, go in the kitchen, make some food himself, and the food is actually better than what you making? That's horribly disrespectful. So, but yeah, we see that this guy Bolts is going around trying to hurt Spanner, but Spanner's just like too freaking cool, too freaking good, and he's also jealous of him. You know that, you know, he comes from like a big high-ranking alchemist clan family. Like, he's just a rich boy that mad that he lost. So yeah, so we catch up with Kudo. Kudo is, she goes to this park area. She sees that she's captured a Kimi, or looking for Kimis and stuff. And when she finds this kid, she sees this guy and his daughter at a park and stuff, and it reminds her a lot of her father. And yeah, we also see that Kurogane gave Kudo the fire. Gave her the burning jalapeno Kimi, and she tells him that I don't care too much for Kimis, and he's like, hey, it's my job to collect, it's my job to, you know, capture them, but at the same time I take no enjoyment into capturing them. And that makes Ichinose is like, what? You don't like capturing Kimis? You suck. Like, this dude, like Spanner's just out here doing his freaking job, yo. So we see it in the background. We see that this guy Bolt was watching them. He says, "Oh, this is not my chance." That's his weakness and stuff. So he ends up capturing Kudo. He kidnaps Kudo, and that's when Ichinose tries to stop him, but he can't. So they end up running after them, and he ends up using Gold Dash. He ends up summoning Gold Dash, and him and Gold Dash go down and chase after Bolt while trying to get Kudo back. Kudo tries to use her alchemy to escape him, but he ends up taking her ring because he didn't know she was an alchemist as well. But he ends up taking her ring and she passes out. After that, we see Ichinose and Gold Dash are chasing after him, and they can't because he's shooting stuff at him. We see that Kurogane comes back in and he helps. Well, not really helps, but he goes after the guy as well. We see that they get to this big construction looking site kind of field place. They end up battling there. We see that Spanner is fighting him in the air, and because Bolt is a hawk type of amalgam, he's able to fly higher and faster than Kurogane is, because Kurogane is using a propeller attachment. He's using the propeller thing, and yeah, but you see that he's not able to actually keep up with his speed. So we also saw that Ichinose ends up using his base form, jumps in the air, does his rider kick, and helps. He basically kicks Kurogane's foot and helps him get more air. And he goes back in and he ends up destroying Bolt. He ends up using his propeller blades to like cut him in half and stuff like that, and he beats him. So after he beats him, this guy Bolt is talking to him. He's like, "You showed me up and did this to me," and Kurogane is like, "I don't know you. Who are you? Like, get over it. Like, I beat you. Get over it." Like, that's basically his whole like thing he has going on. And that's when Minato comes in and erases this guy's memory. He wipes his memories and erases him. And our episode kind of ends off right there with the three sisters who have watched the entire fight. They watched the fight and they basically said that, the little sister basically said that you two have been creating a lot of amalgams and stuff. So now I'm going to go forth with my next part of the plan, since I know their weakness now, and her eyes glow red. So yeah, most likely it's their boss, like their master, watching what's going on through her eyes. So in this episode, we got the debut of the debut of Burning Gorilla. It's a gorilla form. It didn't too much look like a gorilla form. It kind of looked more like it kind of looked like a Gundam. I don't know why I was getting Gundam vibes from this new form, but it looks cool. It looks dope. Still not that much armor on the leg with the leg department, but the next episode seems like it's gonna have a really cool looking form, a really cool new looking form. But yeah, I wonder, we get this form and he doesn't really do that much. Like, we see him in that form that he transforms back into his base form to do the rider kick to help Spanner, but he also transforms back into this form as well. We also saw that the form he got in the last episode before is also able to transform into three separate bugs to actually fight off some stuff. We see that he actually fought off the amalgam in this form to do this, which is cool. I wonder if the other forms have stuff like that, have like a form to where, I mean, we know his base form does, but the other forms have like this thing where they can like transform into something else and fight that way, which that's what we saw in this episode. We saw that his previous form he got in the last episode can separate itself and actually use and actually like fight and stuff like that, which was cool. CGI look at the way you think Toku CGI would look. But yeah, man, the episode basically ends off with Spanner like riding off into the sunset, and that's when Ichino says like, I'm going to get stronger than him. He, as a person, he's a douchebag, but as an alchemist, he's freaking amazing, and I'm going to grow and surpass him, and in cooking too. But yeah, this episode was cool, man. I definitely like this episode better than the last episode, and the whole thing with the girl with the sisters, do you guys think that when her eyes glow red like that's their master or whatever is seeing everything that's going on? I believe it is, because a lot of times, like, her eyes look like, portals. They look like, you know they look like portals to another world, like when it does that. So yeah. But you guys let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think of this episode of Kamen Gotchard. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. As remember, as I always say, stay henshined.